Hey, well, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a great day today. I hope you're doing fantastic. Today we are going to be doing the class trial. Going to be doing the good old class trial. Actually, hold on a second. I actually don't have all my tabs open. I need to actually get the chat. Gotta pop out the chat. There we go. Alright. Yes, Ildora, no capping. No, not even capping. Not even capping. The game begins now. We're in the trial. Okay, I just had to make sure my door is barricaded. Passed out last stream. That's understandable. All that hard work looking around. It can be that way sometimes. Chapter 4. All right, let's begin. I'm afraid to see what's gonna happen. Was talking about popcorn, then bit it. That's when it happened. That's good. Increases the power of the silencer. Can be effective during the non-stop debate. Cannot be combined with cheat code. I guess we'll equip that. Why not? Got menacing focus. All right. Wonder what all I missed. Well, we've. Well, actually, I'm not sure how far into the stream that was. We did figure out our ultimate talent, Ildoran. We did. We figured out our ultimate talent, which we didn't know previously, and apparently we don't have a talent. We're talentless. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. I've got no talent. So now I'm being looked down upon by Nagato because I am not an ultimate. I am not a true bringer of hope for humanity. But let's hop right into the case. Hop right into the case. So let me just take a sip of my drink. It was just after gathering all the evidence in Strawberry Tower when you switched over. I can't quite. It's difficult to figure out where I was, Eldorn, because you go back and forth between Strawberry and Grape Tower so many times. So I don't think I'd quite be able to figure that out based on that. But yeah, we gathered the evidence that we could. Don't know who the killer could be. Besides, it could be one of us. That's what we got, and I have no talent. I have no fucking talent. Nagito's making fun of me because I'm just a reserve student. I'm not even because I'm a second string.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
When Nekomaru was first found dead and the elevator was broken. Oh, so that was like way back. That was way back at the beginning. That was way back at the beginning then. Whew, that was a long time. That was a long time ago. a lot happened in between that broken elevator and just finding the body. Just like the plot thickens every 2 turns.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go!
Okay, alright.
Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
What?
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
Yeah, keep talking, Akane. I doubt you've actually found any evidence. If you do, I will, I stand corrected then. Like, you actually did something.
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Yeah, she's just motivated by food. Wait, a lot of people are missing from last time, I think? No, there's not. There's nobody missing. All the portraits that you see, Eldoran, are all the people who died in the entire game. They just haven't panned over to the other people that you haven't seen.
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Yeah, we lost Nekomaru. It's a shame, man.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
What?
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
Polka Dots, welcome to the stream. You made it, indeed.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer.
Alright, let's just jump right into it then.
Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
How can you say for certain?
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
No. You do realize I'm also on the Grape House, right?
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Not gonna lie, I thought I saw a portrait of Chiaki. That's why I said a bunch of people are missing. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple people that look kind of like the same. I mean, Chiaki probably has the most generic looking design out of all of them. I could see you confusing her for like Peko or something. Wait, chocolate water. Wait, Polka Dots, you have chocolate water, or is it chocolate and water? Because chocolate water sounds odd.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Huh.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking. It couldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... had to do something with the pillar.
I I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No, that's not it. What does that have to do with how they beat the crap out of Nekomaru? The hammer is definitely the weapon. They used that to beat up Nekomaru.
Damn it!
I thought for sure that he
guess we
used the
should figure
hammer
out the
to
weapon first.
knock over the pillar.
The
Possibly.
weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer.
I probably should have
and
gone
beat
over the
crap
evidence
out of
first.
him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene
New
of the
looking
crime.
hammer.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating.
No, that's not it. Oh god. Wow, the username of the last person who followed you. How beautiful. Ah, yes. Nagito's GF. Huh. Anyway, the killer took Nekomaru by surprise and used that hammer to beat him up. Okay. Alright. Quit throwing me off here. Okay, let me take a look at the evidence. I think it's about time that I look at the evidence. I need a refresher. Quick refresher. Alright. Nekomaru's body with left leg were tied with a metal wire. The tip of that wire also looked like it was tied into a loop. What else? What else is worth looking at? Chain was wrapped around the handles of the door. I don't know how that would possibly relate to it. I don't think that'd have anything to do with it. New looking hammer. That would be more of an agree thing. I thought for sure that the hammer would be used for the pillar because the hammer looks practically untouched. I just love this music, man. It's good music. Tipped over pillar. One of the pillars was tipped on the side of the door was tipped over. The damaged area of the pillar was also stained. It was heavy. It was so heavy that even two people couldn't budge it. Okay. Oil on the floor. We had ourselves a fangirl. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Someone who really loves Nagito. Someone who really loves Nagito. That is for certain. So I guess if it's not the pillar, it'd have to be new looking hammer, right? That's the only other thing that could be used.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
But I think it was used to knock over the pillar and not necessarily to directly kill Nekomaru.
No, the hammer!
Because there's nothing on the hammer.
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No, that's wrong.
No, I can't accept that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body. Just like if the hammer was used to
I
beat Nekomaru.
clicked.
You'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
I hate everything. Why did I click? A lot of oil was flowing through from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
It's still not as great of a name, Polka Dots and Eldoran, as Byakuya Can Choke Me. That one was a pretty amazing. Like, out of all the Danganronpa related names, that one's definitely the best one so far.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangster? Me?
Oh snap.
Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
Indeed. The actual weapon has oil on it, but if it's something at the crime scene that had oil on it, it would be the broken pillar.
I see!
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
No, once again, that's not possible.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar.
That is true. That is true. The pillar definitely killed him.
Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Exactly.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
It's no use. It's barely budging. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy.
Yeah, I
But there's one dude
I'd
who could have
expect it
lifted
could.
that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
I don't know. He literally had trouble opening up a door. Akane. I don't know if that'd be entirely true.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
He killed himself with the pillar.
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide. Heh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, you're thinking the way I'm thinking
For
of.
reals?
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Yay! Go Sonya! Okay. Pillar fragments, perhaps.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
Oh god. The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over that pillar. Is that really it?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed
What
right for his
would-
head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Pillar fragments?
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia,
Confused
you
with they
go,
what
girl.
exactly they it was
I'm
pulled.
getting
I mean, maybe it
hella
was
excited.
pulled. I mean, but the only thing there at the crime scene was the good old wire, which I guess they could possibly use that to angle it. But that's just that's unrealistic to think that, you know, like Nekomaru would just stand there and let that happen. It's definitely something to do with the hammer.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong. If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Oh no, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. I didn't know that was what the fragments were referring to. That was just the only thing that I saw that was related to the pillar. Because the wire was to keep the body in place. But it couldn't have been dropped on him since the fragments are on the bottom. Oh yeah, that's right. You were there. You were there for the body. You were there for the body, so you probably remember that detail. I didn't remember that detail.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
Okay, in that case, I'm absolutely lost. I don't know how the hell he got walloped then.
If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed it, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
I thought that was it.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
Maybe Nekomaru just pissed on the pillar. That's actually not blood.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
What?
Is that true?
I guess it is. I haven't thought of it.
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, the same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you?
I know. He's all of a sudden become a complete asshole for no reason.
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
He just dropped he dropped Nekomaru on the pillar, but really hard. That's a good. Maybe it's possible. Whoever the killer is just threw Nekomaru into the pillar very hard.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
You referring to the wire, maybe?
A specific item?
course, the ultimate weapon.
I don't know what the ultimate weapon is.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know, but I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
We have?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
You know, I never thought of it that way. Yeah, we have a weapon of our own. We have Gundam.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst, which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
I do like this. I do like this a lot.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
That is true. Gundam is overpowered. Holy shit.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
I don't know what's there not to like.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Okay, he totally saw something in that window that makes him just fucking hate us for some reason.
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Okay, alright, you don't need to call me out like this, man. Like, alright, I get it. I don't have a talent.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
Yeah, he's probably referring to that compass thing that he did in the elevator.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
No, I think you're onto something here, Kazuichi.
Faux show. I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
She's using hip slang. What the hell does that mean? The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Completely contradicts that. That word. None of this contradicts it, except maybe Fuyuhiko's account. I can't quite remember it.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower
Except this
are
strange
actually the
feeling tower.
exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem.
I'm
Give
gonna
it 10 years before you argue with Miss
make the
Sonia.
game a little bit louder. Make the game a little bit louder. This whole time we've been thinking that the two towers are the same building, but if that was the only mystery, there's no way Naito would mention it here.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower
We'll just make it slightly louder,
are
that's all
actually
I'll
the
do.
exact same place.
No, that's wrong.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Wait, what?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
Wait, hold on a sec, let's back this up. What about you destroying my homeland?
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
Okay.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
It's possible.
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Well, I mean, I guess not. It's just, you know, it was plausible at the time. You know, I wouldn't know 100%.
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
Huh?
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
No, it's no.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower,
There's already a parallel of the exact same room whenever we moved over there.
but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
It's 100% the oil. It'd have to be the oil because you can't move that.
There are many different ways.
There's plenty of. Oh shit.
The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Find this unlikely.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic rope, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
I can't confirm whether he's strong or not. We haven't actually seen Monokuma do any moving.
Oil on the floor.
Oh wait, no, he did have a pretty swole version of himself. Never mind, we actually saw like a swole Monokuma at some point earlier in this game. So maybe he is very strong. I just don't know it.
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
Swole Kuma? Yeah, there was like a Swole Kuma earlier in the game. It's like he was like there for like a couple seconds. He appeared whenever we went to like the beach house. I think it was the beach house. Long time ago.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the fun house. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. And the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues. Yeah, that would be the one person who's actually explored every single room. That would be
Hey, Nagito.
it'd be Nagito.
I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
I'm fine with the hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Oh, well, alright. Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. Could he be talking about, tamper with the crime scene? No, he did not tamper with the crime scene. Nagito!
You're talking about the final dead room.
You
right?
moved the pillar all by yourself? Is that what you're saying?
You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself.
Okay, alright, tell me more.
From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You did?
You took a picture?
Yep,
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
see? This is it.
As he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
I don't know. I don't know. Who do you think the blackened is? I have absolutely no idea. And I don't want to guess someone. Because I don't want anyone to die, to be quite honest with you. I don't want anyone to die. I like all these characters that are left. Except Akane. Let's hope it's Akane. I don't think it's Akane, but let's hope it's Akane.
I took this picture on the
Even
first
though it's most
floor of
definitely not a
Strawberry
crime.
House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
Thinking time? Is this a new minigame? I've never heard of this before. We've had Hangman's Gambit. We had like, you know, like the third-person Subway Surfers. We had the whoa. Now we got thinking time. All right, let's do some thinking. What doesn't make sense in this picture? I don't know. I don't know.
Here!
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was,
Just click the sky. If you don't know the answer, just click the sky.
Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind you. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
Nagito said that there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. What doesn't make sense in this picture? I don't know. The pillar? It's the tower, right? There's only one tower in the picture. That's what we've been thinking all along. Which means it's not natural at all, don't you agree?
Crap!
Oh god. Shoot, Oh no. The trees. The trees.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final
It's the
dead
trees.
room, right?
That's the answer. Ah. Silly me. What? Come on. I should have thought of this.
If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo.
Okay. That's bizarre then.
The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
Okay.
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Look, I don't understand. This is hurtful. This is very hurtful.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
Damn you. I'm trying my best here, okay? The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Why, hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How'd you even come here? Maybe I teleported?
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
Oh no, teleportation's actually a thing. It could be a thing.
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Well, I'd assume that it'd have something to do with the hatch that you exited, that I clicked on as my last thing whenever I was playing as you. So that'd have to be it, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
What was that thing just now? Another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Logic dive, let's go. Let's see if we don't die at all. Dun, 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 dun. Oh fuck! You're just tossing things right in front of me now. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? They exist? I suppose. I mean, we've been in them, right? Oh, fuck. Oh no. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or two different buildings? It would be the same building. There's only one building in the picture. You didn't know this game had mini games like this? Yeah, they added more. They added this mini game in this game, which is pretty cool. Of course, they have other ones like Hangman's Gambit, but you know, Hangman's Gambit kind of sucks. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned with each other? Vertically. All right.
It's all coming together. Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse. Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder? In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There is only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Okay. Where Strawberry House is located is the floors above Grape House.
I see! On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Okay.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
Snap.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. They got me. They got me.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Yeah, they got me at the beginning. They did. They had me. They had me since the beginning. I can't believe it.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Maybe the place is also an elevator of some sort?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
No, it's something tower related. It's not gonna be Monokuma file number 4. Probably gonna be Strange killing in the tower again.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash. And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
I suppose it is possible.
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
You're
No fair!
magnificent.
You totally stole my spotlight.
It's because
So
he's
which
Gundam.
one was a fake body?
Yep,
Shut
Sonya.
up, just pick one.
Sonya's got a thing for Gundam. You can see it. A dummy for. I don't think.
I'm
it's a
gonna
dummy.
solve this mystery in a flash.
Definitely has something to do with the
Hurry up,
Strange thing in the
dumbass.
tower. So I guess I'll just start shooting.
One of the bodies in one of the towers
It's time to start
was
shooting.
actually a dummy.
No, that's wrong. Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Then why wasn't Kazuichi's account the thing that I have to counter it with? What? Okay, fine. It works with me.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
No, not just that. The parts I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
No, it's Sonya's. Oh my lord, Kazuichi needs the whole Atlantic Ocean for his thirst he has for Sonya. Yo, that is true. He's really got it going for Sonya, and Sonya's got it going for Gundam. Which, you know, I can't blame Sonya for that. I mean, Gundam is one hell of a dude, I'll tell you that for sure. Now she's trying to pin him for murder.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
Really? He's not? Eh.
If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
What? How is it disappointing?
I'm even more disappointed.
Oh, she literally wants him dead. Poor guy.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
Yeah,
You
that
can't
makes
think of a
sense. If
device
they're
like
both on
that?
different floors, it means
A
there's
device that moves things to different floors in the
yeah.
same building?
That's what I said. That's what I said like before this started. Come on, it's an elevator. As soon as we figured out it was 2 floors, that would literally have to be the elevator. An elevator that turns 180 degrees as well, which is a bizarre thing. But I suppose it makes sense to keep the thing going. Device to transport things to different floors in the exact same building. I feel like I've seen that before. I feel like there's a word for that. Alright, let's do this. Oh jeez, Hangman's Gambit. Ah, it is elevator. So that's some sort of ridiculous word that they're looking for. Why is it going so fast? It's going so fast. Stop it.
You must be talking about an elevator.
Yes, an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator.
So that's why it
Which means
takes
the
so
tower was
long whenever
designed
you
so that
press
the
the
whole room goes
button
up and down
with the
like
thing. Huh. So what would that mean? That would mean something. It would mean something.
So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Yes, but however, good old Nagito's compass thing figures that out. They turn 180
Plus,
degrees.
After the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they moved with the elevator. The only thing, the one thing these all have in common, they were all Nekomaru parts. That's not true. They were all heavy. Maybe. They were all huge. Maybe. They were all on the floor. That is true. They were all on the floor. There's nothing propped up or on anything.
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change? And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about that elevator. Only the floor moves? You have to move 180 degrees. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm thinking about it. That sounds
I see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Well, maybe that's safe to assume. Not too bad of a guess, I suppose.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Swoon.
Wait, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but... seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's gonna happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on Strawberry Hall side, the door won't even open as long as the chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth.
Okay.
The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
I still don't know what the ultimate weapon is.
Hold on.
I don't know what he's referring
You're
to.
progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
I see. Now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator.
Okay.
Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
I don't know!
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the positions of the towers should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower is on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? I don't even know what Akane's account is. Does Akane even have an account?
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
So Gundam and Sonya have matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct?
if the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should
Definitely
move.
something to do with one of these accounts. Hold on a second.
vertically, not.
Let's take a look at these accounts. It's not Akane's account. That's Rumbling Noise. Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru. That's not it. Apparently the compass needle spun 180 degrees while I was inside the contact elevator. That would probably be it. It's the 180 degrees thing.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
I think it's the
the two
beginning
houses
one.
are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
Because it's
vertically,
not.
not horizontally.
There we go. That's right there.
No, that's wrong. The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Me?
I don't know.
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, that makes more sense.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
That is true.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
Whoa! Monokuma's gonna destroy the human race, it appears.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
Yeah, you found it at the Octagon.
What is the Octagon?
There were a
I
lot
haven't
of
heard about that
ultimate
yet.
weapons in there.
Oh my. I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
An octagon means an 8-sided shape.
I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Are you son of a bitch? Alright, you wanna go? You wanna fight? You wanna fight, Nagato? Huh? Huh? Let's go. Right here. Right here. Alright? Believe it or not, I happen to know my shapes, alright? Huh?
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
The place befitting of the name Octagon is probably... It'd have to be in here.
Crap!
Well, no, not there. Yeah. Not there, I meant there, right?
Here!
I meant there.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
Heh.
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
It doesn't really seem like much of a weapon to me. The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who's the killer who did that? Oh, it's break time. Break time suspended. Yep.
Hiya!
Why, hello there. I thought of a new bad word to call Monami. Whoa, I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away. I'm already used to the insults and slander. There's no way I'd get hurt by the mere word. Mommy is a serious dude. Stufatly? Stuffingly? Stufatly? Stufatly? That's a much more straightforward answer. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stupid. I don't even know. Is that even a word? I've never even heard it before. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be... Stufatly. Okay. All right. I see. That's clever. That's clever there, Monokuma. Whoa, there's a fat hidden in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious Stufatly.
Stufatly. Monami is a serious Stufatly. To save your progress.
Hello. I hope your day is well.
Wow, thank you.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Huh? My batteries?
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
That is important.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
Yep, it's time to move on.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
Nope, Nagito said it. It must be true.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
Well, that was assuming he actually died for, hope. But, all you guys are just sons of bitches, alright? We're just all useless in his eyes now.
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
It's quite diabolical.
I see.
Dang, what happened to Nagito? I thought he really loved the Ultimates. I know. He doesn't like me all of a sudden. I'm not even an Ultimate. He just hates me outright. I mean, maybe, I get, maybe dislike the Ultimates, but he don't like me, and I'm not even an Ultimate.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Shut up, Akane. You're useless. You're seriously getting more useless by the second. You're literally just here, just hungry. That's all you are.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that also utilized the building structure? Well, it'd have to be falling, right? He wasn't damaged enough to be crushed by the elevator, so it would have to be falling, right?
I see! That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
It's possible. You could do that.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Maybe like jam something in between the door. I don't know. It's possible.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. None of these accounts are not going to make much of a difference.
When the elevator is on the
Elevators
1st
are
floor,
relevant.
you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be
It's probably
impossible
the
to
good
shove
night
off the
button.
victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
Oh wait,
No, that's wrong!
Nekomaru wasn't moving. He was asleep.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
Poor Kazuichi. A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea of where that could be. Maybe he was... I don't know, maybe that's how the doorknob broke. Maybe he was holding onto the doorknob. But then again, he would have to not be asleep. Ah, okay, yeah, no, that wouldn't have worked, no. That'd have to be the wire then. Something to do with the wire. That's the one thing that hasn't had much of relevance in this thing. I can figure out what that is.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Yeah, maybe you start enjoying it. Kazuichi. It is possible.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Wait, no, I think
So
I
you're
got
telling
it.
us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I
To
agree
the
with
doorknob. The broken doorknob.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
Oh well, no, I wasn't thinking about the scrape marks. I was just thinking about the fact that it was broken and could have tied the wire to the doorknob, and would have broke off because Nekomaru is so heavy. I didn't really think about the scrape marks.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
Well hung?
You better not finish that sentence.
Well hung? Well, I can imagine they gave Nekomaru a robo pain. There's no way they didn't, right?
the killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy. So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Why?
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall?
Well, he's in sleep mode.
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
He's in sleep mode. He'll wake back up because of his internal clock, whatever he has it set to. We'll wake him up. I don't know which one it would be.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him
God.
fall? There's no one in the tower to put... There's no way they could do that.
I agree with what Kazuichi is wondering. It seems certain that a difference in elevation inside the tower was used to kill Nekomaru. I need to find the answer and counter Kazuichi's remarks.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words. What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating,
It's just unfortunate.
the wire was
We
hung on
lost
the tip of
Nekomaru.
the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full power! With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But... Not yet. Here it comes. The incredible strength of 1 million horsepower! Nekomaru is a beast. Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. That's really what it was. Then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Oh god, Kazuichi's a masochist now. He likes it.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this.
Yep, and just get off on whatever.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I can think of is he collided with the pillar and the pillar fell over.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
It was probably coincidence. I don't think the killer would possibly be able to nail the trajectory of Nekomaru's falling body to just fall directly onto the pillar as planned.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
Yep, he said enough of...
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found
Yep,
Nekomaru's
can't miss
there,
Nekomaru
it would have
Tai
been before
or
the 7:30
Monokuma
a.m.
Tai Chi.
alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after the other. But I can't just choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue breaking through this contradiction. We've used all these.
We headed for
Except-
Grape Tower
Radio clock.
before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Okay,
Killer
so
probably did
somebody's
some
clock
tampering.
was messed with. That's
They
all I
probably
know
messed
for
with the clock
certain.
inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it.
But except you can't. Wait, no, you can't. You can't mess with Nekomaru's clock because he's got a special clock that can't be messed with.
We headed for Grape Tower
Before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside was set for 7.
Nekomaru died because of that.
His time of death and the time. One of those must.
Killer probably did some They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, that's wrong. No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
It's possible.
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Wow. No, Gundam and Sonya, the ultimate couple.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
This time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? So all the clocks got messed with while they were asleep. This killer must have been a criminal genius. Yeah, we got some genius on our hands here, a beast at that, a stealth master. Perhaps we've overlooked something, and maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think. If I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Oh God. Boom, 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 boom. What? I went through the floor. I went through the floor. Boom, 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 boom. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? The time in the building. We don't know who the killer is, so. Oh, ooh, that was a close one. Okay. All right. That was a little bit of a rough leap. Whew. Alright, don't do any more of those. Question 2. Which clock was tampered with? The building clocks, because Nekomaru's radio clock can't be messed with. It cannot be tampered with. Oh no, no, no. Oh god! I better stop this nonsense. They're messing with me now. Which house had the wrong time? Both houses. The only clock that was right was Nekomaru's.
It's all coming together. You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
I've never thought of this.
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly,
I agree.
how
This
much
is
was the time off?
fantastic. She's right. That's the main problem. I need to clarify by how much the time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm going to reach the truth in one go. Okay, it would have to be the whoever talked about the
If the time...
who talked about the big noise heard. Apparently, Kane heard a rumbling noise around 5:30 a.m. Okay, all right, there we go. Oh no,
Then we can only rely on
That's not-
Nekomaru's radio
that's not-
clock.
The time
that
of
one makes
death
sense.
was clearly
What happened at
7:30 a.m.
5:30 a.m.?
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
I agree with that. That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Yeah, we heard no Nekomaru though. We didn't hear Nekomaru falling or something.
Rumbling?
As I can imagine, that's probably what the sound he'd probably like.
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane.
Excellent work. If that rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30 a.m., it's like the answer to how much time was off. It's literally right in front of me. 2 hours.
I see! Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious, so they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
Ah, yes. To get to everybody's favorite class. Say it with me, guys. Monokuma Tai Chi. We all love Monokuma Tai Chi, right? Come on. Nekomaru was pumped.
The killer's plan was a splendid
He was pumped to go to some
success.
Nekomaru
That's all it
Monokuma
means.
Tai Chi. That's what he was hyped. He didn't want to miss it. Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they were trying to lure only Nekomaru, then that specific thing is Monokuma Tai Chi massage time. You know what? Fuck it. I want to click massage time just to see. In order to lure only Nekomaru, did the killer take advantage of massage time? Then is the killer his most frequent massage customer? Me? Of course not. That has nothing to do with the time anyway.
Damn it!
Yeah. I just had to click it just in case. Yeah. I just realized Akane's never gonna do it anymore.
I see! That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
Pick the other ones. The other ones aren't. I don't want to lose all my health. I'm gonna fail if I. I'm gonna fail if I pick all the options. That one was possibly the most amusing one of the bunch.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right?
Poor Kane, she really loved it. Yep. It's a shame. She won't be able to live without it.
But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us? We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru.
It must have been amazing. Yeah. It was amazing. There's a feeling unlike you could ever like you can't even describe it.
His radio clock had the exact time.
I'm just surprised that even after the robot transformation, I'm just surprised Nekomaru still maintained his massage skills. You think it would have gone down, like if you think about it, like you go from a nice big hefty Nekomaru to you get now cold robot hand Nekomaru. You think his massage game would have been impacted, but no, it was really good.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, It should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Yeah, Monokuma, that son of a bitch. He went to class late. He went to Monokuma Tai Chi late. If he was just there, if he was there, then he would not have allowed this ridiculousness. He would not allow his participant in Monokuma Tai Chi to be murdered. We had a tardy teacher. I cannot believe this nonsense.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Aw, jeez. Well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the
Oh,
killer
come
lured
on.
Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
How do you know what he's gonna say? Are you psychic?
Huh? What the
No,
hell do you mean?
psychic. She was the psychic one in the series.
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Okay.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
So that would be literally nobody in Strawberry House.
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
It's whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? So it would literally be, because I remember Naito calling himself out on this. I remember seeing the shot of everybody with the alarm clock. Naito says himself that, you know, because he didn't hear the noise, he would be the only one without an alibi.
You're the only one!
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
Yes, please say something, Nagito.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
I don't even know what that means.
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
He couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Huh?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but... It wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
The only people who didn't hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sanya, and Chiaki. The secret is what these three have in common. Could this also be the secret that points to the killer? Well, I know what it is, and I don't like where this is going. I know what it is, and I definitely do not like where this is going. I am frightened. I don't like where this is going, fellas. The magical deluxe room. Oh Jesus, I said it. The suspects on who it is. Well, if I remember properly.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in
If I remember properly. If I remember properly, I think the deluxe rooms, I don't know, they all had like good ventilation or something. I don't know. They had either good ventilation or it was like soundproofing or something. I don't know. I think.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are.
The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof. Yeah, I remember the air insulation, and apparently it is also soundproof. This game fucking sucks.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Fuck you, Nagito.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Oh, hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Yeah. The one The one person who had a deluxe room that did hear the noise. Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. Yeah, you know, fuck this game. This game's just ass.
You're the only one! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
It's unfair, everybody. It's unfair. They're gonna kill off all the good characters and they're gonna leave me with dog shit like Akane. Just like how they did with last game, and they just left me with fucking left me with Yasuhiro, Kyoko, and fucking Aoi. Those characters were assholes, except for Byakuya, who surprisingly was supposed to be the asshole, but the only asshole I liked from that bunch.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone and checked the deluxe rooms.
I mean, Toko was alright, but, you know, she was irrelevant.
After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? this ruckus. It's louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld bellowing for a sacrifice. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but...
I know, Kyoko just gave Makoto that dry-ass food after she almost killed him. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to just say it outright since you were here, Kyoko, but, you know, I'm sorry, but, like, you know, Kyoko is kind of a fucking asshole in the last game. I didn't really like Kyoko that much last game. Yeah. Would have much rather had Taka survive, but no. No. Didn't happen. Left me with a bunch of assholes at the end of the game, and that's what they're gonna do with this. They're gonna do the same thing with this. They're gonna leave me with all the weaker characters at the end of the game, rather than leave me with some good characters. They're gonna leave me with what? They're gonna leave me with. I mean, while I do like Kazuichi and Sanya, like, you know, like what? They're probably gonna leave me with those two. And what, they're gonna leave me with Chiaki. I mean, Chiaki's also alright. I mean, like I said, this game has a good cast, but, you know, those are like some of the weaker characters so far in this game, man. And I don't want to be left with those characters.
How ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
What, 8? Why do you ask?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears.
Wait, what? Did I fuck up at math? Hold on a second. 2 times 5. Oh yeah. Yeah, I did fuck up. I did 2 times 4. I did 2 times 4 and then I added 2. But I still messed up because I said it, in my mind I said it was 6 because quick math is hard.
That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
This is true. This is true. I can stand by this.
Is that your argument?
Yeah.
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
Shut up.
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway.
It's fine. I'll vote for I don't know, fucking Akane or something.
So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean a class trial is just the opening act?
Yeah, it seems like it's the climax.
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously, let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Yeah. Exactly, it was a she wanted her massage, but Nekomaru didn't give it to her, so she killed him. Boom, problem solved. Yep. Yeah, that does seem to be the case. I'd back that one up.
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
Please! God damn it!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Alright, that works. Alright, perfect. Now just leave it at that.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. I'll make me do it.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
There's no contradiction I can't shoot through. I'm going to find out what it is for the sake of everyone's hope. I'll shoot through the contradiction.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
I think
Plus,
this is one
the
of those.
elevator was
I think this is one of those time travel
broken at Grape
things.
House.
Like one
If
of
the
those
killer cannot
take a
return to
statement from the
Strawberry House-
future and throw it at the past.
Since
or
I
something.
was at Strawberry House at that time, There's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to
That'd
lecture
probably be
me?
it.
Why don't we stop this already?
Because we do know of one potential secret passageway that Nagito used.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
No, that's wrong! No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Ryan, you sound so done with this trial. I am done with this trial. Done with this game. I've lost so many good characters in a row. There's only so much I can take. There's at least some dog shit characters sprinkled in between in the last game.
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
How'd you get here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
Yeah, that's right. Eat a dick, Nagito. Alright? I'm representing all the reserve course, the second stringers.
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame! However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I don't know. I have absolutely no clue. I literally have no clue. We've already used radio clock. Definitely nothing to do with the clocks. Nothing to do with the pillar fragments. Good night button isn't. Probably not. We'll equip the wire. I don't think I've used the wire yet in this. I don't think.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
His argument is exhausting. Just listening to it makes me tired. No. I need to skillfully cut back against his words so he doesn't outpace me.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
That's closer. Oh my god.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion,
I don't know what that means, but let's try to cut it.
Dwells in the light.
He probably means try providing the evidence that the killer went to the Octagon. Okay. If that's the case, I should have it too. The key which dwells in the light that will break through the darkness.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blood,
Allow me to cut through those words! The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse.
Gundam just doesn't give up.
Where did the killer obtain them?
He's a fighter. Yes. It only makes it harder. It only makes it harder for me. I feel terrible.
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act, so I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point.
Hold your...
Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place.
What?
Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
We have to...
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
That's my thing.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower.
But now
There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru.
But
so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Now you...
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
well, yeah, there you go. He just proved his point right there. Honestly, we didn't expect to kind of understand to begin with.
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power.
Yes.
As for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you really don't want to admit it. And just as you requested, I will provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded. I don't want to do this.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end! Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Yeah, that's completely fucking illogical.
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. Choo-choo. Press the button. Truly, this is the Skyline Lamentation art of the Demon Mouse. Soon the door to destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
So sad.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Who set the lounge clock's alarm? No. That's not it. I don't quite know what that one is. What else here? What? Okay. This is so sad, man. I am sad. I've got no words. Other than my lack of surprise that they would kill off the good characters. So depressing. Well, why did Nekomaru fall? Oh, you're not the one.
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means
Probably.
the killer
It's
discovered
it's fine. It's probably it was probably a good reason. At the very least, it's probably a good motive. We don't know the motive of why Gundam would do it. So like maybe it's a good motive. All right, maybe at the very least it was a worthwhile motive.
That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building.
Perhaps.
On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However,
Is that
because
actually
the
how
contact elevator was
Nekomaru
broken,
walks?
Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there.
The four dark devils.
With the power
Oh,
of
those
hamsters,
beasts.
they were able to press
The
the,
power
good
of
night button on the back of
hamsters.
Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30.
Oh, I guess I messed that up. Said
Then they tied him
7:30
up
a.m.
with a
so he
metal
could wake
wire,
up.
tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage.
Damn, and he almost got away with it. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate the game forces me to discover his secrets.
So they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Fuyuhiko. Asshole. Damn right.
The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
But you're more than welcome to accuse anyone else but me.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already.
What? Stop what?
Stop using weird words to avoid the truth.
What you talking about? That's just how Gundam talks.
Or I'll freaking kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Hell yeah. Hey, I got an A.
This result isn't all that exciting.
I know, it's pretty disappointing. Pretty
Now
depressing.
Then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Ugh, it'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results... You guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing Funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yeah, and I said that all without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true that the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish yet until we hear from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to someone who is lost? The loser merely leaves. It would be just unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct?
How?
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight, that is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there were many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain. Fine then. Then I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the Funhouse, and I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away or even called for help. But in the end, he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose to fight, and he chose a fight that risked his life and death. Alright, that risked life and death. I fucked that up real bad.
That is...
Fight? A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you this.
He was serious, too. He gave it his all to try and kill me. Huh? If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
No one... God, listen this up. It's difficult for me. Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the thing all along.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I'm not going to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back! Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics! Give me everything you got!
Nekomaru need I! Your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We are all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you this.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh? Oh, do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that just to justify what you did?
But...
It sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I have already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my tears.
But, even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death in here?
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime?
You...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but... compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that... Well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you'd ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? And I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay, you got it. In some eyes, Gundam is a hero for saving the others so they don't starve to death. So is Nekomaru. Well, I mean, they were desperate. It was a killer be killed situation. They were all going to die by starvation, or one was going to by murder. Both heroes, yes, they are. They were the only ones who were truly aware of the situation. And they both decided to die for the sake of everyone else's. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait!
This is just too much.
I beg of you!
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you!
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However...
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction?
Oh, what's gonna happen to them?
Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Wait, but who's gonna take Gundam's hamsters? This is just terrible. Oh, no. Gundam. No, no. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Oh, he's going to heaven even though he thought he was going to hell. Nah, Gundam was too perfect. He was too perfect. I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. Well, it was either that or everyone starved to death. You're all full of shit, every last one of you. Well, actually, no, I think that's incredibly unlikely. We haven't eaten in days. It's actually likely that we aren't full of shit. But the biggest piece of shit is me. That is true. I can't argue with that.
Worst.
Damn it, why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. Damn right. So just damn right in chat. Except if I throw something, it'll get me in trouble, so I'll mentally throw something. Yep, yeah, mentally throw something. Don't break your stuff, everybody. I know we're all greatly sad that Gundam is gone. But you know, Gundam is not truly gone, alright? He is merely visiting the darkness, and he will come back soon. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So, how long are you guys just gonna stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay. So it's okay for you to return back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is this gonna continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food. You know, why do you exist?
Hey!
Hold on a sec, that mood shift is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Let's go back for now and eat. And then after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. Lesson from Ryan today: don't throw stuff, don't break stuff. Yes, those are very important very important things. Very important things. Very important. With this, the class trials come to an end, and once again we return to Jabberwock Island. I haven't took a drink of water in so long. The size of our group has definitely diminished, but despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. Yeah, I know. Gundam ain't there. It's sad. But we just, he's there. He's there, just not in the physical form. He's there. He's there, all right? He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Yup, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this.
Monokuma appears!
Alright, Monokuma has arrived. Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see. So you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well.
Well,
Is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. I see. Wait, no. I see. So, even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
hey,
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah? Well, what about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
you don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right. I just reused the stuff from that former, stuff that the former headmaster spent lots of time making.
But
If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
Eh, I wonder.
hey,
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. Well, what's wrong with that? What?
You're getting all riled
Well,
up.
you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why did you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Hanami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No,
Well,
no.
that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey,
your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Yep. If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no. No, that's... I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too.
Well,
I knew you'd say that. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
you're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist. You're right. You're a true believer of hope, after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
If you're just, but you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Well...
Am I? I think I'm actually very lucky.
Say what?
Eh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called the ultimate hope. The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him. Why, are you saying you remind... What, you remind, Monokuma's referring to Makoto?
Hey.
There's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question.
That's...
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? You have 5 days left.
Danganronpa.
Well, we got the Hellhound earring. All right. Let me think here. Let me think. Can we continue for just a little bit longer? I think we do. Maybe just a little bit. Do we? I don't know. We've witnessed so much depression. I don't know if my little heart can take it. After being released from the funhouse, we went back to living our less than ordinary lives. And just like before, our day began with us all gathering at the restaurant. You know, every time we meet up here, it makes me realize just how crazy this whole situation is. The restaurant certainly feels more spacious than before. Of Of course it feels spacious. There are less than half of us here now that we're than there were at the beginning.
Stupid fool!
Get it together.
Oh my!
Huh? Did you hear something?
Hey!
It's Nekomaru. That was Coach Nekomaru's voice. Huh? Was it?
Huh?
What are you talking about? He's no longer.
What's up?
I'll pick you up!
What are you laughing about? I'll beat the crap out of you if you keep grossing me out like that. Hey, that's not cool. I was up all night working my fingers to the bone.
I am concerned.
More importantly, I am starting to get tired of the seasonings in this restaurant.
Jeez.
Seriously, I'm starting to realize how valuable Teru Teru was. Don't ignore me. I'm trying to talk to you about something important.
Huh?
Important?
All right.
This. It took me all night to make.
My!
Is that a Nekomaru doll?
I'm no doll. I'm Mini Maru.
Oh my god! It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Huh?
Mini Maru? Hey, I took some parts to I took some parts from him to make it. What do you think? Awesome quality, right? Of course, it doesn't have free will or anything, so it's more like, you know, a toy. But isn't it freaking adorable?
Are you serious? Thanks.
It's so cute. Thanks, I'll keep it.
Well,
I never said anything about giving it away.
I'll pick you up!
Don't be so stuck up. Your stuff is my stuff, right?
whoa,
Whoa, hey now, that's bully logic.
man.
Well, it doesn't matter. I made this to cheer you guys up anyway. And as long as we have it, we won't forget, you know, about Nekomaru's sacrifice for us. We're standing here today because of him. So if we're gonna prevent something like that from ever happening again,
Engines revving.
I guess we gotta fight too, right? We can't just keep running away.
Huh.
I gotta admit, I never thought I'd hear you say something that awesome. Yeah, of course. In the end, Gundam told us to never give up on life. So I will never give up. I shall fight until the very end. Gundam, please watch over me.
Miss Sonia?
What did you think of my little pep talk?
Oh my!
Oh, did you say something?
Are you kidding me?
What? I was up all night memorizing that speech.
Jeez.
And there's the punchline. I really like this. Thanks, Kazuichi.
I am Mini Maru.
Fuck yeah.
Man.
I'm only half as happy to be thanked by you.
That's right.
Oh, by the way, you can use that to massage your sore muscles and pressure points.
You serious?
That's amazing. Oh. Now that is just a little that is pretty poggers right there. Akane can still do it with Mini Maru.
Of course.
I made it after all. Seriously, thanks. I'll take good care of it. Akane looks really happy.
Hey.
Anyway, what happened to Nagito? I didn't see him like I usually do. You don't have to worry about that guy. He goes solo all the friggin' time.
Well,
Still, I'm a little worried about how he was acting during the last class trial. Well, he's always been a dangerous bastard, but he crossed the line, you know? That's pretty cool. Kazuichi can be pretty awesome, dude, sometimes. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yep, Kazuichi. Kazuichi is a pretty cool dude. Did a good thing. Now all we need is just a Gundam doll. We need Robo Gundam.
hey.
Then that's even more of a reason why we should avoid him. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. Night, guys. Sweet dreams. Alright, Polka Dots. I'll see ya. Nighty-night. I'll see you around next time.
But still,
But even if we do avoid him, what are you gonna do if he approaches us? Naito's sudden change was really weird. Good night, Pokey. I'm probably gonna go to sleep too since I have school. Have a good sleep. Kyoko. Kyoko? What? You have school? What time is it where you are? Are you a Pacific time? Is it are you Pacific time? Or are you later than me? Because it'd make more sense if it was Pacific time. Or that, or maybe college, I don't know. It's 2:34 a.m. It's 2:34 a.m. What the hell? It's nap time. Everybody's got school. Everybody's got school. I'm keeping you guys sleep deprived. You guys can go to sleep. It's 1:35 for me. I was only gonna go on for a little while longer, until we get to like, you know, a little bit, like you know, just a little spot somewhere where it'd be easy to stop, and then you know I can let you guys all go to sleep. I feel terrible sleep depriving all you dudes. I wonder, did he figure something out that we're not aware of?
Now then.
Anyway, Hajime, isn't it about time you told us what that was all about? Huh, that? You talking about me having no talent? You know what Nagito said during the trial. You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? You're entertaining, Ryan. I don't want to sleep. I'm flattered. I am flattered. I can't wait till spring break. It's okay. You're not sleep depriving me. Like a content. That's a surprise. That is a surprise. I didn't think there'd be people sticking around this late for this long. This long. I greatly appreciate it. I forgot. Except Hajime, of course. Yeah, that's right, I'm a loser.
Bastard.
What do you mean by except for Hajime? You bastard? Are you really the traitor after all? No, it's not like that. I didn't really want to say it, but I guess I have no choice. Today, guys, the truth. Unlike the rest of you. Well, apparently I was never part of Hope Speak Academy's primary department. I'm a reserve course student from the reserve department.
Huh?
Reserve department? Yeah, I'm more relevant than you, unfortunately, in this world. It's unfortunate. It means, unlike you guys, I don't have an ultimate talent at all. Apparently, I'm just a normal person. Is that all? What? That's it? Dude, don't ever scare me like that. It's not something that I can just brush off, especially since it's about me. I thought I just forgot. I thought I got into Hope Speak Academy because I had a talent all along. But shit. My whole life, I just wanted to feel confident about myself. And I thought getting into Hope Speak Academy meant I'd finally become someone I could be proud of. Not some fucking backup student.
Right?
Cheer up, Hajime. It doesn't matter if you're from the reserve department. Oh, don't fool me with your words. I'm not cool. I don't have ultimate in my title.
Of course.
She is right. No matter what, you are our friend. Oh, I greatly appreciate that, Sonya. You know, there's a saying in Japan.
Listen.
Fear is grateful for the danger. Wait, what?
Hey.
The hell? You're saying that all wrong. Please. So everyone was here. It was a real close battle.
I am sorry.
I apologize. I was trying to cheer you up, but I ended up saying the wrong thing. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Stuff is just hard to say sometimes. That's weird. Maybe you can't see me.
Huh?
Whoa, what the heck? You're covered in blood. Ah, you saw me. Yes, that's right. The Mono Beast this time is very strong.
You?
How the heck does Usami bleed? She's a stuffed animal? I don't know. Maybe it's not Usami's blood. She's a murderer! Gross. Don't get too close to me. Get out of here.
What?
No gratitude. I'm being treated like filth.
Hey,
Hey, why don't you clean that blood off? We're trying to eat. Yes, I am ashamed of myself. That's fine, Mommy. I'm in the same boat. I'm not an ultimate. Wipe. There we go. Now then, allow me to report to you all once again. After a fierce battle that's never been seen in history, I've finally succeeded in conquering the last Mana Beast. Because of this, it's finally possible for you to travel to the final island. I see. What a thin reaction. It's like I'm surrounded by tons of shabu shabu. I don't even know what that is. From an all-you-can-eat restaurant. Maybe it's a food? Don't tell me. This again? You're gonna say stuff like, it's not like we can get off this island. Why bother going to the new island? Dang, these kids are awful off, Monami. They all need to be suspended. Well, if we get suspended, who knows what'll happen. I don't know what Monokuma would take that as, suspended. Just like, they're just gonna break our legs or something. Or despair. Missing a class, break our legs. Get us all. Well, it's true that I don't really expect much.
Don't misunderstand.
I just said we weren't gonna go. Obviously we're gonna go, dumbass. Eh?
So,
Assuming we were thinking about running away was a mistake.
I'll show you my
Because if we
serious
can't
side.
run, we'll fight. Well, last time you fought Akane, you killed Nekomaru once. I'll crush everyone who puts us through this crap in one blow. A fight? Seriously? That fearsome group is called World Ender for a reason, you know?
What are you saying?
Why, did you forget what you said earlier?
Hey!
Dumbass! I only said that because I was trying to impress Miss Sonia.
What?
Don't brag about that.
Settle down.
If you have the power to fight among yourselves, then direct that power toward the enemy.
All right.
Now then, let us go forth. Offense is the best defense.
Damn right.
You're right. Damn right. Now's not the time for us to be bickering. I don't really get it, but when Miss Sonia talks like that, my blood starts to boil.
All right.
I'm getting pumped up. Let's charge our way to that new island.
I'm starting to get pumped
The
up.
Future Foundation, Monokuma, Monami, I'll crush them all at once. Even me. You guys seem reliable. Hey, don't talk like you're not included. You're our friend too, you know. You're right.
leave it to me.
Then I gotta do my best too. As we left the restaurant, the expressions on our faces were clearly different than they were before. They were filled with strong will and determination. Armed with that, we began walking toward the last island. But the clouds in my heart still lingered. I couldn't stop thinking about the reserve department. Just like, oh, fucking reserve department. I'm on the bench. And that filled me with a strange, uncomfortable feeling, like a small bone was lodged in my throat. But I tried not to think about it. I tried to stay focused on moving forward. Smile at hope in the name of despair. Chapter 5, or Chapter 5. With the Mana Beast gone, we crossed the 5th bridge and arrived at the final island.
So this is the last island.
Enormous buildings towered everywhere, as if the entire island were one gigantic city. It felt very sci-fi, as though the island was a snapshot of an urban metropolis from the near future.
I guess it has an ambiance befitting of a final island.
Wow. Well, this, I guess, is a good spot to end it. We're on the final island. I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm getting a little bit tired. I'm getting a little bit tired, you guys. I don't know what day is it. What day is it? Today's Monday now. I will be departing now. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I greatly enjoyed my time playing this game. It was a fun time. Of course, we will continue playing the game on... we will continue playing Danganronpa 2 on next weekend, starting with Friday, of course. And I'll probably be continuing Danganronpa 1's school mode on Thursday. Maybe. That's a possibility. So that will likely happen. But yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep, Kyoko. I hope you had a great time. Good night. Sweet dreams, everybody. Yeah, I'll be leaving. Good night, everybody. Peace.